Hello everybody, Bobo here. I thought I'd give you guys a quick update, seeing as though we've not had any videos last week, and I don't think I'll do any for next week either. Yeah, it's been kind of difficult the last week or two, well I suppose a couple of months, although it's been good up until very recently. But very briefly, my mum had been, she found out that she had cancer back in August, I think August, September time last year, and she's been undergoing chemotherapy, and she had a couple of operations and things like that, and things were looking good. After she'd finished all of her chemo and then the radiotherapy that came after that, they found that it actually spread to the back of her head. This was obviously a big shock to us all, because she was seemingly getting better, her hair was growing back, and you know, all this kind of thing, and things were kind of going back to normal, you know. But yeah, so there was these headaches that came on, and my mum is one of these people that would never really get headaches, you know. So yeah, we after finding this out, see the initial shock kind of happened, and then the only real course of actions were radiotherapy. Now, one of the problems with that is that it can make the tumours kind of swell up before they kind of shrink back down again. So there's no kind of cure, but they can, you know, slow the process down and things like that. Well, after 3 or 4 radiotherapy sessions, she was being sick and was really not very well, and last Saturday I popped into work to fix one of the welding machines that we've got, because it's old and a little bit finicky and needs a bit of TLC sometimes, so I popped in to help the guys fix that, and while I was there, Dad phoned me and asked if I could sit down, because the doctors had said that there was nothing more they could do, and that Mum only had a few hours left to live. So that was a big surprise. So we rushed straight down the hospital and things like that, and now it's Saturday evening, now a week later, and she's still here. So yeah, it's been a very difficult week. I've spent most days down the hospital, most evenings down the hospital, you know. We did manage to get a letter from them, so I get free parking, you know, because I'm kind of end of life care, whatever they call it nowadays. But yeah, it kind of feels a little bit strange, you know. We know that there's nothing much they can do, but she seems to be getting better. But the doctors are still reluctant to really do any more. They're not going to give her any more steroids, or they're not going to try any other treatments. They can't go in. It's quite aggressive, this cancer. They can't go in and kind of try and take things away or anything like that. So obviously the prognosis for ours wasn't quite right. How long she is going to last, we don't really know. Part of this kind of waiting game, I suppose, that's been the difficult bit. Kind of you feel a bit useless, you know, like you're kind of waiting for someone to die. This is a bit of a morbid way of looking at it, but yeah. So I haven't really felt in the mood to really record anything or do anything really. So I'm going to go back to work next week, because I can't really afford too much more time off, and I think it would be good to stay busy, you know. So, but that's why I haven't had any videos out recently. I will get back to it again, I promise. Still got the frontline stuff to do if it's still available by the time all this is done and dusted, but I think things are going to be more difficult than I first thought, so yes, but